Surprise! Hello, I'm back. I'm your plane jockey Kevin, back here at an Imperial Hill. Yes, it's a Saturday, a little special pop-up stream as we will witness the Antonov AN-124 taking off from Los Angeles here today. Sit back, relax. It's a short stream today, but we'll be here for hours on end. So thanks everyone for tuning in to this pop-up stream here today. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow for the big Sunday show starting at 8 a.m. Pacific. But of course, we couldn't pass up this opportunity here today. That's the Porter E2 coming in from Toronto, arriving here on the south side. American Airlines heading to Reagan National. American Airlines flight 404 and A321neo taking off there. Next, Takeoff. United Airlines flight 2449 heading to Las Vegas, 737-800. Also that Asiana Cargo Queen that we saw yesterday will be heading to SFO. The 747-400 converted freighter will be taking off, as well as Mas Air Cargo. It's a converted A330-200 will be heading to Guadalajara. Flight 8861 will also be taken off here on the south side. Also arriving here on the south side, Spirit Airlines A320neo coming in from Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, flight 2457. Both waiting to cross over. A very busy 25 right is our next departure. Takeoff about to happen next. Delta Airlines flight 1115 heading to Raleigh-Durham. It's a 737-900ER. You guys are wondering where the Antonov is? Just to our east. There she is. Scheduled takeoff time here today is 3 p.m. Pacific. Of course, we're a little early. Had to make sure I got here to claim a space at a very busy Imperial Hill. We have the afternoon rush. ITA A350-900 coming in from Rome, landing about 10 minutes ago. Also the Lufthansa Queen already at the gates. And look, who else is there? Austrian, the 777-200 in a special livery here today. Hopefully we'll catch that as a south side takeoff. Next takeoff is Alaska Airlines Flight 6 heading to Reagan National and a 737-800. Be followed by Japan Airlines, a Dreamliner heading back to Tokyo Narita, Flight 61. After a great day of plane spotting high atop the H Hotel, giving you these awesome views yesterday on the 13th floor of the H. I think we'll have to do that again. What do you think? 13th floor? A lot of you guys are tuning in. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I am your plane jockey Kevin, back here at an Imperial Hill. The Antonov AN-124 will be taking off here from Los Angeles around 3 p.m. At least that's the schedule time. It always could be a little bit later than that. But we're here, we got you covered. So sit back, relax. Happy Saturday. We'll be back right here starting really early tomorrow. 8 a.m. Pacific is the start time for the big Sunday show. Plane jockey Rudy will be back with me here tomorrow, though I hear he's coming out here to grab a photo of the Antonov, and who isn't? There's already a lot of people here at Imperial Hill. Very busy place as I pulled up this morning, as expected, and of course it's only going to get even busier as it gets closer to the 3 p.m. hour. We got Japan Airlines Flight 61 heading to Tokyo Narita, 787-8 Dreamliners. Our next takeoff on 25 right. Moss Air Cargo Flight 8861. It's over there. Not quite sure if it's going to be taken off on 25 left. It's making that left turn, so it will be a 25 left takeoff for the Moss Air Cargo A330-200. This is a converted A330. Like I mentioned, we have Asiana Cargo, the 747-400, also a converted passenger plane. It will be heading to SFO, flight 284. Looks like she's currently number 3 for takeoff. Behind Breeze Airways, flight 541, heading to Raleigh, Durham. And an Airbus A220-300. Moss. A330 now rolling down at 25 left. Very busy, Tom Bradley. Still waiting on that Japan Airlines Dreamliner heading to Tokyo Narita, flight 61. Be the next takeoff. Very busy, 25 right. Crazy Llama, member for 14 months. This is Silver member. Says hello, Kevin. Thanks for the surprise stream. Surprise! Y'all like surprises right on a Saturday. Why not? Good to see you. Adam, a member for 12 months. This is Silver member. Says what a journey. Thank you for everything you do. Well, my pleasure. Adam, thank you. And Anthony, a member for 2 months. As a gold member says, hey, Kevin, love LAX, big fan. Is the departure time for the Antonov 124 changed? Love your streams, good work. I'll be there with my Go Long shirt at 2:20. All right, I'll be looking out for you. I don't think it has changed. I'm not aware of any change. I hope not. We're here. If it decides to take off, we'll be here. If it doesn't, we'll be here. That's the way I look at it. Next takeoff is Breeze Airways, the Airbus A220-300 heading to Raleigh, Durham. It's flight 541. All right, Breeze now rolling down 25 right. Will be followed by JetBlue Airways flight 524. We'll be heading to JFK in an A321. Also, United Airlines flight 2614 heading to Newark, and a 787-9 Dreamliner also set for takeoff here on the south side. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. What are you guys up to? Nothing? Did I save the day? Were you bored out of your mind? I got nothing going on a Saturday. Thankfully, Kevin is live. Also, while we were setting up, the Vegas Raiders special livery on the Viva Aerobus A320, currently sitting at the West Gates. Could be a south side takeoff a bit later tater. Also, United Airlines flight 1635 heading to Dulles, the 777-200ER, joining the long list of heavy takeoffs that will be happening soon here on the south side. House cleaning, watching Kevin. Bored, waiting for the Sunday stream. Well, think of this as the appetizer for tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow's a big Sunday show starting at 8 a.m. Pacific. We'll be here pretty much the whole day. Of course, we gave you a great stream high atop the H Hotel yesterday, Friday. Av Stevie, a member for 24 months. This is a silver member. This is Av Geek Steve. 2 years. Woohoo. Good to see you, Steve. Anthony Summers with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Anthony. Greetings, Kevin. Happy Saturday. I have both the 124 and the 225 in my collection. This is exciting. 2 thumbs up. It is exciting. I've never seen an Antonov 124 take off. Of course, we caught the arrival live on our Friday stream yesterday of the Antonov. This is JetBlue Airways flight 287 coming in from Boston on this A321, waiting to cross over 25 right. United Airlines flight 2614 heading to Newark, 787-9 Dreamliners. Our next takeoff here on the south side at 25 right. Exciting times at LAX in the last few weeks. A lot of attention certainly on LAX. Also waiting the crossover, 25 right, is Delta Airlines flight 736, coming in from Austin, Texas, in this old Northwest A320. She is 32 years of age. Our next takeoff here on the south side is Asiana Cargo, the Queen heading to SFO. This is always a short, early rotation, as we witnessed yesterday high atop the H Hotel. All right, the Queen already rolling down.
Kevin, you and Cross connect 25 right, contact ground 75. Delay across 25 right, 175,
Always a beautiful sight. Next takeoff is United Airlines Flight 2159 heading to Dulles. It's a 737 MAX 8, followed by United Airlines Flight 1635 heading to Dulles as well, and a 777 at 200ER. Wait, hold on a second. 2 flights heading to Dulles? Well, the first one delayed, originally scheduled for 12:30, so run about an hour behind on the first flight heading to Dulles.
WestJet 1100 taxi Hotel Juliet, hold short on a 25 right. Hotel Juliet, hold short. 700. Kelly United 2675 approaching GG 25 left. And 2675.
The JetBlue A320, freshly painted, coming from Puerto Vallarta, flight 1857 on that A320. Uh-oh, swoop, there it is. Tell me if that joke is getting old. It's a reference from the 90s. Of course, this is WestJet Flight 1100 coming in from Toronto, the 737-800.
Line up and wait, runway 25 right, United 1635.
Swoop, there it is. Seems to be a daily visitor here at LAX, at least in the last week. Sorry, Emily. Emily's saying that's going to be stuck in my head now. And do yourself a favor and get Spotify and listen to the original song. That was the first of 2 flights heading to Dulles. Got the second Dulles flights, United 777 up next. An amazing support once again here today from our legend Jane. Jane with a $850 PayPal super chat here today. Jane says, thanks for streaming today. Jane, my pleasure. Enjoy the show. Tremendous support from our legend Jane. As always, thank you so much, Jane. All right, I got to get back to the 777. And that will now allow WestJet swoop now to be able to cross over 25 right. I believe this will head to the north side, Terminal 2. Also, another Japan Dreamliner pushing back from the gates. This is Flight 15. We'll be heading to Tokyo Haneda, a 787-9 Dreamliner. The next takeoff on 25 right is American Airlines Flight 2143 heading to Miami, Florida, a 737 MAX 8, followed by Southwest Airlines Flight 5934 heading to Dallas Love Field in a 737 MAX 8. What's wrong, Swoop? What's going on with Swoop? There it is. Swoop, you look confused. That would be a left-hand turn. I also have a Dreamliner with Air Canada in the minty minty fresh livery. Heading back to Toronto, flight 788, heading down for a south side takeoff. Can you imagine someone inside of Tom Bradley is looking outside the window and they see Swoop passing by and they yell inside the terminal, "Swoop, there it is!" All right. Next takeoff, heading to Miami, Florida. American Airlines flight 2143, a 737 MAX 8. Japan Airlines Dreamliner heading back to Tokyo Haneda. That's starting in taxi. Should make a left-hand turn on to Bravo. Next takeoff heading to Dallas Love Field is Southwest Airlines flight 5934, a 737 MAX 8, followed by United Airlines flight 1431 heading to Honolulu in a 757-300. Just under 1,500 of you guys tuning in here today for a pretty much unannounced live stream. That was a flight heading to Dallas Love Field. United 737. That's not on my radar. Waiting to cross over. So we wait for United Airlines flight 1431 heading to Honolulu.
United 2304 is ILS runway 25 left.
Christine with a $10 super chat. Thanks so much, Christine. Once an aircraft on DFW North Approach flew over me by Founders Plaza. Confused, I Googled Soviet-looking aircraft. It was an Antonov 225. Wow. Hashtag blessed. Well, you're lucky to be able to catch that. Thanks for sharing, Christine. Guild Guitar Blair becoming a silver member here today. Thank you so much. And David K becoming a gold member once again. Thank you so much, David.
2675 Julie Cross, right, passing up 75.
There was a flight heading to Honolulu. Spirit Airlines flight 590 right there, coming up from Houston, Texas, an A320neo now heading to Terminal 6 here on the south side. Next takeoff is that Dreamliner with Air Canada, flight 788 heading back to Toronto in a 787-9 Dreamliner. Chris with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Chris. I get to watch my favorite plane jockey on Derby Day. Thanks for the surprise stream, Kevin. Oh, I forgot the Derby was happening today. I used to love the Kentucky Derby. What an awesome time of the year there in Louisville. 2 weeks leading up to the Derby, parties in the streets. Oh yeah, it's a great place in the spring. Chris, thank you so much. Vegas. GER becoming a silver member. Thank you so much. All right, we got that Air Canada Dreamliner now rolling down at 25 right. With a couple of United heavies, both on the north and the south side. United Airlines flight 2304 coming from Newark, a 777-200 heading to the south side, and a Dreamliner heading to the north side. Flight 230 coming in from London Heathrow, a 787-9 Dreamliner.
JetBlue 723 is really crossing the
Well, in case you guys didn't know, I'm sure you do, we do have an Antonov AN-124 to be taken off. At least scheduled takeoff is 3 p.m. Pacific. Of course, the Antonov just sitting over to my right, which is pointing to the east. Now, apparently this was chartered by SpaceX. It's a one-way flight from Los Angeles to Cape Canaveral, carrying some nozzle extensions that are required to support its upcoming Starlink satellite constellation launch schedule. I think it's on a tight schedule, so I don't expect it to fall too far behind that 3 p.m. scheduled takeoff time. All right, we got that. No, I saw this yesterday and I wanted to zoom in. Got that Dreamliner up next for takeoff. SAS flight 931 coming from Copenhagen, an A350-900, 5 minutes out. Looking like a north side arrival here today. The Emirates A380 Super still on its way in. Actually running early here today. Originally scheduled for 2:15 p.m. Estimated now at 1:56. That's flight 215 coming from Dubai. 13 minutes out.
American 382, runway 25 right, line of wing, caution, turbulence, comfortable, cross downhill.
There we got that Dreamliner lined up. Volaris heading to San Salvador. Volaris flight 4331. A320neo making that left-hand turn on the Bravo. Ahead down to 25 right. Of course, the United 777-200 arriving here on the south side. Flight coming in from Newark, flight 2304.
2304 heavy is Juliet crossing 25 right,
Looks like a Turkish Airlines 777 now pushing it back. It's flight 180 heading to Istanbul in a 777 at 300ER. Our next takeoff is American Airlines flight 382 heading to Boston on an A321.
Sorry, Roger, diving near Roma, Quebec. Heavy Quebec, Turkish departure 124.3.
Emirates A380 Super just off the coast of Santa Monica. It's kind of a cloudy day here today, so I don't think we're going to get much chance to show you the downwind leg. Actually, I pretty much guarantee you we're not going to be able to see that here today. We'll try it tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a crystal clear sunny day. At least that's what the forecast says. I'll wait until I see with my own eyes tomorrow. Heard that before. It's going to be sunny. We show up. Fog everywhere. The flight to Boston, American Airlines flight 382 A321. Next takeoff here on the south side as Turkish Airlines, the 777-300ER pushes back from Tom Bradley. Should be a south side takeoff coming up on 25 right. Becoming a silver member once again. Thank you so much, Chris. Millie Mac with the super chat. Thank you so much, Millie. Hi, Kevin. Great show as always. Watching from the hospital. Got operated on today. Broke my leg and ankle. AVL is a welcome relief. Could you please say hello to my brother Stefan? Is it Stephen or Stefan? Thanks so much, Kevin. Well, hello, Stephen, Stefan, and Millie. My gosh. Hopefully all went well and you're recovering nicely. Thank you so much for your support. Please get better. SAS next arrival on the north side. Be arriving on 24 right. Boy, what a crazy turn of events yesterday on Friday. The Antonov arriving just after 3 p.m., going all the way to Quebec, sitting there on taxiway Alpha. They had to move a Queen, a 747, out of the way. They had to move it over a gate or two over here on the south side. So the Antonov was waiting on taxiway Alpha for a good amount of time, while meanwhile the Lufthansa Queen pushed back and decided to head up to the north side, taking off on 24 right. And it's a good thing they did, because that Queen would have been waiting quite a long time on Alpha, because it took quite a long time for them to tow the Antonov into the space right over here just east of Imperial Hill. Next takeoff is Volaris flight 4331 heading to San Salvador. It's an A320 Neo. It's also Alaska Airlines flight 1352 heading to San Jose, Costa Rica. 737-800 also heading down to 25 right. Emirates, just over downtown Los Angeles, will be arriving there on the north side in about 5 minutes. And of course, the Emirates A380 Super will be taking off here on the south side.
Just 4331 on up Doctor 12410 when I 25 breaks up takeoff.
If you guys haven't yet, make sure to check out our video from yesterday as we caught the arrival of the Antonov AN-124 from high atop the H Hotel. Unobstructed views, beautiful buttery landing. We've posted the video on all of our social media. It's actually getting pretty good views on YouTube. Turkish, the 777 continues to push back. The tail now facing the west will certainly have a south side takeoff coming up.
Romeo, 570 Romeo lost in car with 24010 when I 25 left for the left. 25 Romeo.
You can hear the engine start up on the 777 to 300 ER.
South 4331, contact
Air Tahiti Nui Flight 7 coming in from Paris, the 787-9 Dreamliner, 3 minutes out from a north side arrival. KLM Flight 602 heading back to Amsterdam, 787-10 Dreamliner also lighting up. She is sitting over there at the west gates. Not quite sure if that's going to be a north or a south side takeoff. It's kind of a coin toss at this point. Of course, when we're on the north side of Plane Spotter Paradise, we certainly want it to be a north side takeoff. We wouldn't mind having KLM as a south side takeoff here today. Also, Air France Flight 21 at 777-200 ER. 200 ER starting taxi, and it looks like she is heading here to the south side for a south side takeoff at 25 right. It's not too often we see the 777-200 ERs with Air France. Once in a great while, not a complete stranger to the airport. Majority of the time we do see the 777-300 ERs as well as the A350s. So it's confirmed that it's heading to the south side. And that is the flight heading to San Jose, Costa Rica. Well, maybe KLM will follow the footsteps of that Air France 777. In the meantime, Southwest Airlines Flight 2678 heading to San Antonio, Texas. 737-800 is our next takeoff here on the south side. The Turkish 777 should also be starting taxi here shortly. We also have American Airlines Flight 1518 heading to Phoenix, Arizona, and an A321neo also heading to 25 right. Also popping up on the radar, China Airlines Cargo King Flight 222 heading to Shanghai in a 777 freighter. What's going on here with SAS? It's Flight 931 coming from Copenhagen. SAS A350-900.
American 1987 and Juliet approximately 25 right, contact ground point 75. Juliet traffic 25 right up the ground, American. 2075, gold approximately 25 right, contact ground point 75. I'm all calls to the right. 35 right left. 5 right, I have no way, American 15. Oh, 2678,
if you guys haven't yet, make sure to hit that like button. I'm sure YouTube is very confused at this point. Airline videos live on a Saturday. Say what? And I thought he wasn't scheduled to start the stream until 3 p.m. What in the world is going on here? All right, SAS slowly but surely making way to the gates of Tom Bradley. Turkish Airlines, the 777 starting taxi. And Air France, the 777 at 200ER heading back to Paris. Still working on making her way over here to the south side. The Emirates A380 Super now just 3 minutes out from a north side arrival on 24 right. Did you also see what's over there? Sitting over there at the old, outside the old Continental hangar? The Piedmont A321 Retro with American. It's too bad they got the color wrong. Don't get me started.
American 1585, right on Doctor with 25011.
All right, looks like SAS heading to the southeast corner of Tom Bradley. That American 787-8 Dreamliner originally coming in as flight 26, coming in from Tokyo Haneda. Looks like it will now be towed to one of the hangars here. Let's get a close-up shot of this Air France 777 at 200ER.
137 still looking for plan. Exit 3, taxi hotel westbound. Hotel westbound. American 137 is landing there, sir. 37, we were still to land, 25 left. 25 left, American 137.
This is Air France 777 at 200ER will be joining the Turkish 777 at 300ER. Down there at 25 right. Still looking at KLM, still sitting outside the west gates. Hasn't decided yet which way it's going to go for takeoff here today. We do have the Emirates A380 Super as the next arrival on the north side.
5 left, 5 left. Ready parking at Atlantic Station and confirm that nothing practice.
Joni Swanson with the $5 super chat. Thanks so much, Joni. Saw the Antonov 225 depart Nellis Air Force Base while in Las Vegas Speedway. It was so memorized. Never got a photo. Great memory. Thank you. Take care. Be safe. You guys and your memories of the 225. I'm jealous. I never got to see the 225. Of course, the 225 was destroyed a few years ago. Just talk about rebuilding. Still waiting on the Cargo King as well. 777 freighter.
137 heavy at Lima, cross runway 25 right, ground plane 75.
I don't know what's going on outside of Terminal 4. Seems like a little backup between the SAS, Air France, throw in an American A321. How about throw in something else as well? An American 777 300ER also landing here on the south side, coming in from London Heathrow, flight 137. Let's swing up to the north side. The Emirates A380 Super now short final for 24 right.
Los Angeles, turn to Cuba right full length on the runway.
Cuba right full length on the runway.
Yeah, I got the 913 outside the 17. 913 Los Angeles, tower 24010, runway 25 left.
Poor SAS. I don't know what's going on with SAS. I think you're a little lost. I think you're a little lost there, SAS. Actually, thought was going into the southeast corner of Tom Bradley, now heading back toward the west.
Our next Doctor 1241010, we're going to 25 right, so takeoff.
Our next Doctor 25 right,
do you think you're going? I bet you it's going to be another, I bet you anything there's going to be a U-turn right there from Charlie to Bravo. That a girl. All right, the American 777-300ER possibly heading to Terminal 4. Yeah, there we go. A U-turn. Poor thing, I think you're lost.
Delta 95, hold short, runway 25 right at Lima. Hold short 25 right at Lima, Delta 95.
So SAS now making a U-turn. Air Promia, the Dreamliner, pushing back from the gates of Tom Bradley. That could either be a north or south side takeoff as well. Flight 102 heading back to Seoul as the SAS A350 now makes that turn.
Turkish 12 Echo Heavy RNF Docker with 24011, runway 25 right, please take off. RNF Docker clear for takeoff, runway 25, 12 Echo.
So obviously SES heading to one of the gates. They're on the southeast corner. Avianca, flight 523, heading back to San Salvador in A320neo. They're on taxiway Kilo. Should be followed by the Air Premia, the Dreamliner heading back to Seoul. A couple of aircraft, well, one aircraft as well as a Delta 757-200 coming up from Dallas Love Field. Actually, that just scratched that. The 757-200 coming up from Dallas Love Field is one of those sports charters. Flight 8928 actually turned off at Alpha 7, so we never even saw it. Are we doing the Turkish 777-300ER now rolling down that 25 right?
Grand Coast 21 Heavy Loft in, turn right now to wait. Cross 25 right of Lima, ground 0.75, Delta 895. I think that next still got a mark. I think the markers are
Air Tahiti Nui pulling in one of the gates there. At the west gates, again, that is flight 7 coming up from Paris, the 787-9 Dreamliner. The flight crossing over 25 right is Delta Airlines flight 895 coming from Atlanta, Georgia, and an A321neo.
1335, taxi Hotel Juliet, hold short, runway 25 right. Hotel Juliet, hold short 25 right, last 1335.
Air France Flight 21, 777-200ER heading to Paris. Next takeoff on 25 right. Still waiting on the Cargo King, north side of LAX. And the second flight of the day, KLM Flight 603 coming up from Amsterdam. It's the 787-10 Dreamliner, just 11 minutes out. Also have an Aero Union Flight 7006 coming up from Monterrey, Mexico. It's an Airbus A300 converted. Passenger, now freighter. It's the Air France 777-200ER. Now it's the Air France 777-200ER now rolling down.
1335, the Juliet, cross 95 right, ground 777-200ER.
The roar of those 777-200s. Got the Emirates A380 Super now here officially on the south side. We'll obviously stay here on the south side. We'll take off on 25 left.
Yeah, we're going 5299, inbound on ILS 25 left. 5299, Long Range, star number 3, wind 23010, runway 25 left, go to land. 25 left, go to land, go 5299.
Looks like Air Premia now starting taxi. Still on Kilo, heading toward Bravo. So that will be a south side takeoff for Air Premia, the 787-9 Dreamliner heading back to Seoul. The Emirates A380 Super will make that left-hand turn onto taxiway Lima and head into the southwest corner of Imperial Highway below us. You can hear the cars. Very busy. Everyone heading to the beach, coming back from the beach. I don't know if it's really a beach day. I mean, it's somewhat warm. Sun kind of trying to break through the clouds. I think tomorrow is going to be a more beautiful day here in the Southland. Temperatures only hovering in the high 60s. All right, should be a left-hand turn, obviously, for the Emirates A380 Super.
Juliet, hold short, running 25 right. Hotel Juliet, hold short, 25
Cargo
right.
King crossing over 25 left. We'll have a takeoff on 25 right. We'll be joining Avianca flights 2523 and A320neo heading to San Salvador. Also heading to 25 right is JetBlue Airways Flight 300 heading to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, A321.
222 heavy, turn right on Bravo. 2820 at Juliet, cross to the 25 right, contact ground point 75. At Juliet, cross 25 right, and contact ground point 75.
Boy, the Imperial Hill is full of plane spotters, families, onlookers, you name it. Though I think Sunday is a busier day for families and whatnot.
We're 125 left.
Here at Imperial Hill Columbus Park. By the way, I have plenty of trading cards and goodie bags with me as well. I carry them wherever I go. I go to the grocery store, I've got the goodie bags. Never leave home without it, right? Isn't that the old saying of American Express? Never leave home without the goodie bags and the trading cards. Always have them on me. So Air Premia makes that left-hand turn onto Bravo as the Emirates A380 Super squeezes in there. The gate between ITA and the Lufthansa Queen, both there on the southwest corner of Tom Bradley. With the super chat, thanks so much, Darren. Evening, Kevin from Oslo. Did you know the spotters in Oslo have been requested by local authorities not to publish Ukraine Antonov movements online for security reasons? Funny old world. Well, I understand, but yeah, it's a fine line there.
Hurricane 222 heavy run up Docker with 23011 running 25 right.
All right, our next takeoff. Darren, thank you so much. Chicago Airlines Flight 222 heading to Shanghai. The 777 freighter will be followed by that JetBlue A321 heading to Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
25 right, line up away, crossing like turbulence. Highway 25 right, JetBlue.
KLM. Kind of a loner up there on the north side. All alone for takeoff on 24 right. By the way, the Austrian 777-200ER officially came back for the season on Wednesday this past week, actually wearing, I think it's the 60th anniversary livery. We'll hopefully see that take off here, I think within the hour.
KLM 603, heavy Los Angeles, Airline 2311, running 2 miles left for the land.
All right, Cargo King and now taking off, 25 right. Of course, if you guys are just tuning in, we do have the Antonov AN-124 arriving just after 3 p.m. Pacific time here at LAX yesterday during our Friday live stream. Scheduled departure time is 3 p.m. local time, so that's within the hour. Everyone that I've been talking to thinks that they should be on schedule. I drove by that earlier and I didn't see any work going on, so should be pushing back, and I believe this is going to be a long pushback. That's the flight heading back to Amsterdam. Got that JetBlue A321 up next, heading to Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Tower 620, turn up Docker, make 25 right, so just take that. Turn up Docker. Spoiler tower.
Southwest Airlines, flight 802 coming up from Dallas left field at 737-800. Arriving here on the south side. We'll wait before crossing over 25 right and head up there to Terminal 1 on the north side. So yes, it's 30 frames instead of 60. You guys have gotten used to 60, by the way. If I would have never given you 60 frames in the first place, you wouldn't even notice the difference. So yeah, it is a little different. It's 30 frames, not 60. There's no gremlins. It has to do with the manufacturer. They must have done something wrong on the updates. We do have another Ed ordered. I do have another Ed ordered, and I'm going to try to basically copy everything over from Ed Senior to Ed Junior. Oh, did we lose internet? That's weird. Huh. Wasn't me. Wasn't us. It must have been a YouTube glitch.
70 on Docker, 25 right, full length, clear to take off. On Docker, 25 right, full length, clear to take off. The Premier 140, really start, taxi to the full length.
It's the second KLM flight coming in from Amsterdam, flight 603. Toward the beach. I think that honestly, I think that was a YouTube glitch because I didn't see any shutdown on our end. Huh. I'll keep my eye on it.
Tomorrow.
that's fine, actually.
Reporting on Docker, right at Foxtrot, Docker, we're like 25 right at Foxtrot, so take on the 130 after traffic on the parallel runway. Take care. Union,
All right.
2006, 30 left off, 7 left now.
Afgeek Foodie with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Afgeek Foodie. Kevin, I hope you're doing well. Looking forward to the Honolulu live stream. P.S. Come to South Florida. Would love to meet you and Rudy. It's best to come during the winter when it's not too hot. Florida is the one place we have yet really to go to. We'll have to put it on the radar. Thank you so much. Appreciate your awesome support. Next takeoff is Air Premia Flight 102 heading to Seoul. It's a 787-9 Dreamliner. Make sure to refresh your browser. We are back up. We have since started up with another internet provider. Here I thought I could trust our old one. Our old internet friend. Starts with a T. Apparently I still can't trust that. Looking at American Airlines Flight 136. This flight will be heading to London Heathrow in a 777-300ER. Air Premia, the Dreamliner, up next for takeoff. Let's zoom in over on the Antonov as we get closer. Do we see any action? I don't see anything. Maybe starting at around 2:30, 2:45, we'll start seeing people gathered around. We'll keep you updated. We'll keep an eye on the Antonov. Again, the scheduled takeoff departure time, actually not takeoff time, departure time, which means push back from that area just to the east of us, is 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Now, if you noticed, if you watched yesterday during our live stream, it carries its own tow bar. So it's going to take a while. They're going to push that back. It takes a lot of people, a lot of manpower to push it back, disconnect that tow bar, put the tow bar back into the plane. Then it will take off. So you got a little time. You got a little time. Even when we start seeing it push it back, I think you got a little bit of time. Of course, look at the hill. Oh, who's that? Oh, it's Rudy. The hill is just packed. And that's just looking at that direction. Oh, yeah. Everyone's excited. It's even more crowded to the right of me. Oh, you guys can see the pilots in the Antonov? Oh, that's a good sign. All right. The Antonov is heading to Florida. Cape Canaveral. I didn't say that. Cape Canaveral is what we're hearing. I think other people are saying Madagascar. I'm not quite sure that's 100% correct. It's definitely going to Florida. Next takeoff is American Airlines Flight 1966 heading to Charlotte in an A321neo. Did you guys see Rudy? Did you see Rudy in the crowd of people? As Alaska Airlines Flight 703 coming up from Las Vegas on the 737-900. I guess I'll jump on camera here real quick. I am Plane Jockey Kevin back here at an Imperial Hill. Of course, we'll be back here tomorrow early morning starting at 8 a.m. Pacific for the big Sunday show. And that guy right to my left will be joining me, Plane Jockey Rudy. Hopefully we can get over here and have him wave. He's out here along with all the other plane spotters to grab a shot of the Antonov AN-124, which scheduled departure time is 3 p.m. It's coming up, so sit back, relax. I got you covered. Thanks everyone for tuning in on this spontaneous Saturday show here on Airline Videos Live.
Field 4, LA, Roger. Stand by. We'll wait for one arrival and start with the left side. Got 4, open short, that's 5.
An American 777 starting taxi.
Full length and runway 25 right on.
Flight 136 heading to London Heathrow. Should make a left-hand turn out to Bravo. British Airways Flight 281 coming up from London Heathrow. 777 at 300ER. Next, heavy arrival on the north side. I think after this we'll go back to the Antonov, zoom in to the cockpit.
City 04 from Foxtrot, proceed on the 25 left turn. Foxtrot.
All right, let's zoom back in to the cockpit of the Antonov. Well, I think the focus. Oh, you're right. The cockpit. The pilots are inside the cockpit. Well, you guys have great eyes. You guys with your big screen TVs. All right. Well, it looks like they're getting ready. So should be 3 p.m. departure time. Let's see if there's anybody down. No one down on the ground as of yet. Not that we could see. That's a good sign. The pilots getting everything ready. Next takeoff will be American Airlines Flight 136, the flight heading to London Heathrow, the 777 at 300 ER.
700, they're swimming a pushback gear cage,
Oh, Allison, you see the
right,
what's up car over there? Really?
Right, the other side of Alaska, 703.
Virgin Atlantic Flight 7 coming in from London Heathrow, 787-9 Dreamliner, 5 minutes out. And China Southern Cargo Flight 420 coming in from Mexico City and a 777 freighter, 6 minutes away. All the Bond Airways Flight 126 coming in from Tokyo Haneda on a 787-9 Dreamliner, 4 minutes out. Currently over downtown Los Angeles. We'll be arriving on the north side at 24 right. Place is crazy busy, y'all. Crazy busy.
25 Whiskey Alpha, no 8 tower. Looking 25 right, full wing. Fox cross, 25 left, cross 25 right, that's probably full. 725 Whiskey Alpha. 5 Whiskey Alpha, Whiskey Alpha. Top 425 left back on the short 25 right from
All right, so we're rolling out that American 777. If you guys are just tuning in, I am Plane Jockey Kevin. You're watching Airline Videos Live, AVL on the fly. Giving you a little special Saturday stream here at LAX as we're waiting on the Antonov AN-124. We'll be taking off here, hopefully in the next half an hour or so. We'll be heading to Florida. You guys have a front row seat right here on your home for LAX live streams. That is Airline Videos Live. Ops checking out 25 right. What's up, Ops? What's ups? Singapore 777 now pushing back from the northern gates of Tom Bradley. That flight will be heading back to Tokyo Narita, flight 11. This is always a toss-up as well. Is this going to go north? Is it going to go south? There's some planes and some flights that you just know are never going to go north. With the closure of 2524 left on the north side, there's only been a handful of certain plane types, obviously, and airlines. And Singapore is one of those. The 777 sometimes goes to the north, sometimes goes to the south. Same with ITA. Lufthansa, the 747, believe it or not, is now in that category as well. Same with Japan Airlines, the Dreamliners, and their 777s. Trying to think, is there any other one? Zippy and Air Premia. All right, still went on that American 777. Next up, followed by Spirit Airlines Flight 1043 heading to San Antonio, Texas in an A320neo. Next arrival is a Virgin Atlantic Flight 7 coming in from London Heathrow, 787-9 Dreamliner.
American 352 now, 51. American 352,
Val, a member for 29 months. Gold member says, hi, Kevin. Just checking in again. My inheritance is on its way. I've decided I want to come out in September and spend my birthday with you and Rudy. September is a great month. Val, make it happen. Speedbird arriving on the north side. All of a sudden got cold. Seven making that left-hand turn onto Lima. Looks like the American 777 all set.
Tower 3 wing 4, I'm sorry, 1043, hold to runway 35 right. 25 right, line up runway,
All right, the American 777 at 300ER heading to London Heathrow. Now rolling down 25 right. Antonov now pushing back. Everyone's pointing. Wow, it's 2:30. All right.
451, fairly clear plan, 25 right, full length for departure.
The AN-124 now pushing it back.
Crossing, left, Foxtrot, hold forward. Under that. Arnold Docker, runway 25 right, clear for bed number 718. 7 Bravo, heavy taxi via hotel, hold short. Hotel, Lima, hold short, 25.
Like I'd mentioned, this might take a little bit of time, as we witnessed yesterday from high atop the H Hotel. Landis with the $10 super chat. Thanks so much, Landis. Kevin saying the Antonov is an inspiration. Thank you. Well, my pleasure. Glad you could tune in. Thanks for your continued support of the channel. All right, we'll pick up that shot here in a second. Virgin Atlantic, Flight 7, coming in from London Heathrow, arriving here on the south side. Also, Japan Airlines, the Dreamliner, now pushing it back from Tom Bradley with that tail to the west. Should signal a south side takeoff. You know, I thought about going back up to the H Hotel and giving you guys the great shot of it taking off from the H Hotel, but I thought, you know what? Let's go to Imperial Hill here today. We'll get the real growl sound as it takes off on 25 left. And of course, it's great to be around all fellow plane spotters and AF geeks here at Imperial Hill. The energy is off the charts here today. Of course, we saw yesterday what exactly kind of is going on there on Taxiway Alpha.
American 352, exit right, hold short over my Q5 right, that's Juliet. Exit right here, altitude Hotel 7, Hotel, and short of 5 round Juliet, American.
The Antonov 124 is no stranger to LAX. It comes in once a great while, sometimes working with Boeing or NASA. Today it's working with SpaceX. So it's not that we have not seen the Antonov 124 here at LAX recently, but they usually take off in the middle of the night, so it makes it kind of hard to take it live. So this is kind of a special day, afternoon takeoff for the Antonov AN-124. Singapore Airlines to 777 to 300ER, making that left-hand turn onto Lima. Will have a south side takeoff, 25 right. Still waiting on that Japan Airline Dreamliner as well. The wings. Massively huge on the AN-124.
Clear to land, 25 left, out of 516 heavy.
Pretty much, if you're coming down to Imperial Hill, I pretty much think that every great spot is already taken. And look who's in the front row. Wave, Rudy. Rudy's here. He's gonna grab a great shot. He's got a good position. Uh-oh. What happened to our camera? All right. Singapore Airlines to 777 to 300ER heading to Tokyo Narita, flight 11, currently on taxiway Kilo. China Southern 777 gonna get stuck behind the Antonov.
China Southern 420, confirm right turn hotel.
Heavy.
Oh, they're gonna make, smart. So they're gonna go make a right-hand turn, head back to the north, and then cross over, more than likely a Foxtrot. Yeah, they already know this is gonna take some time with the Antonov. Japan Airlines Flight 69 heading to Osaka, the 787-9 Dreamliner, continuing taxi down Bravo. Yes, Rudy's here for the calendar photo. Yes, I think he's got it. Should get it. Not bad, over 3,000 of you guys watching for a pop-up stream. No promotion. Thanks you guys for tuning in. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow as well for the big Sunday show starting at 8 a.m. Pacific, right here on Airline Videos Live. So in the meantime, we do have some heavy action, including that Japan Dreamliner. Also Singapore, the 777 heading back to Tokyo Narita. Also continuing down Bravo, heading to 25 right.
6035, ILS, solid 635 LAX, heavy over 260.
Also, Delta Airlines Flight 516 coming up from JFK at 767 at 300ER, touching down here on the south side. Heavy always pulling
Japan 69 Heavy, line right 25 right, line up on the way.
Planes, Trains, and Things with a $5 super chat. Thanks so much, Planes, Trains, and Things. Thank you for the special AVL on the Antonov AN-124. My pleasure. Thanks for your support. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so as we witnessed yesterday on the Friday stream, it takes some time to prepare the Antonov AN-124. Do have some exhaust going on. How about that? All right, Japan, the Dreamliner heading to Osaka, preparing to take off here next here on the south side. And Delta Airlines Flight 5753 coming from Atlanta, Georgia, A350, touching down here on the south side. But we're going to leave it on the Antonov. I know this is what we're all here for. The original scheduled departure time was 3 p.m. Pacific. It pushed back just after 2:30.
411 Heavy, return the full length, 5 right line up and right. Roger, full length, line up and wait by Bravo 1 Singapore 11 Heavy. Heavy, Hotel 9er, taxi via Hotel, Quebec, Hotel 9er, Hotel, Quebec, hold short, 25 right, Delta.
All right, we got that Japan Dreamliner rolling down. This is the flight coming in from Atlanta, Georgia. Delta A350-900. Qatar Airways A350-1000 coming up from Doha. Short funnel for 24 right. Keeping an eye on the Antonov. Still has not started taxi yet on taxiway Alpha.
Tower Spirit 461, ILS by left.
All right, Singapore, the 777 up next for takeoff. Singapore Airlines Flight 11 heading to Tokyo Narita at a 777-300ER. Next A380 arrival, Lufthansa Flight 452 coming in from Munich. Be arriving on the north side on 24 right as the Singapore 777 now rolling down at 25 right here on the south side. Sitting there on taxiway Alpha. There on the north side, the Lufthansa King, short funnel for 24 right. Almost 4,000 of you guys watching all around the world. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your plane jockey, Kevin. You're watching Airline Videos Live. We're live here in Los Angeles, LAX. So we're about to witness the Antonov AN-124 will be taking off here on the south side of LAX on runway 25 left. Be heading to Florida. All right, believe should start taxi here shortly. Have a couple of more A380s on their way in. Qantas Flight 11 coming in from Sydney, Australia, 2 minutes out. North side arrival. And Korean Air Flight 11, A380 Super coming in from Seoul, 6 minutes out. Both heading to the north side, 2 for right.
G'day tower, make a 247, 25 left. Make a 247, only tower, lower, 25 left, clear line. Make a 247, clear line, 25 left.
Boy, the Imperial Hill is just packed. On the right side of your screen is a shot of Imperial Hill, Clutters Park, here in El Segundo, California. Packed full of plane spotters and families coming out here to witness the Antonov AN-124 South Side takeoff. Boy.
Off to 1080 on our doctor, make 5 right, close for takeoff. 25 right, clear for takeoff on our doctor. 711 noise tower. Runway 25 right, we'll line up and wave.
All right. Antonov now starting taxi on taxiway Alpha, heading to 25 left. Should be a long roll, I'm expecting. Of course, I've never seen the Antonov AN-124 take off before.
Company holding in position at Juliet Cross, coming 25 right, ground 675. 25 right, ground point 65, there with the
Of course, if you're not familiar with LAX, this is Imperial Hill that we're shooting from here today. And of course, when we're shooting toward the east, we're blocked by, well, a lot of cargo Queens and 777s and 767s along Imperial Highway. If you guys haven't yet, we got a great shot of this Antonov AN-124 arriving here yesterday, Friday afternoon, shortly after 3 p.m. We were high atop the H Hotel in one of our exclusive spots. It was a beautiful, buttery landing yesterday. Wasting no time, heading to 25 left. Looks like there is a gap. We've got 2 more arrivals. Two more arrivals on 25 left, and then I believe that will be the gap needed to get the Antonov 124 on her way to Florida.
And runways are in sight. Left go
31, the ILS frequency is 111.1. Change from a 25 right, from a 25 right, 31.
Okay, 111, I'm going over 25 right, left to 1331.
Currently 2110, traffic's now on a 4 mile final without the way stop.
You know this is good when Kevin doesn't even show you the A380 arrival on the north side. We've got a total of 3 A380s, pretty much all heading to Tom Bradley at the same time. We've got the Lufthansa King now on the taxiway here on the south side. The Qantas A380 Super just touching down on the north side. And we've got Korean Air Flight 11, another A380 Super. That is 3 A380 Supers heading to Tom Bradley, all pretty much at the same time.
Exit 47, exit right, hold short with a 25 right at 31. Exit right, hold short to stop right head. 8201 heavy, take left to takeoff.
So if you look on the flight radar, there is a 767-300ER converted freighter. I believe that is Northern Air Cargo. Yes, indeed it is. Northern Air Cargo will be taken off before.
The 631 confirmed, we're 65 right, there's a last heavy hard to go over. Alright, 247, while we wait, what's your date number? The 42 Bravo for...
Alright, I think I heard the Antonov not quite ready just yet for takeoff. I got the Northern Air Cargo converted 767, now rolling down to 25 left. Antonov 124 lined up.
25 right,
25 left.
Bravo 6, right turn on the Bravo 7 and square it off behind the steering.
I'm sure all the plane spotters here at Imperial Hill extremely nervous right now. You got one shot. Don't be nervous. You got one shot. I should be nervous. I got 5,000 of you guys watching all around the world. I'm the one that should be nervous. There are people actually standing in the back of their pickup trucks here along Imperial Hill. I have never seen Imperial Hill this busy. Wow. Guys, you're just tuning in. This is Airline Videos Live. I'm your plane jockey, Kevin. We're about to witness the Antonov AN-124 takeoff from runway 25 left here in Los Angeles. You've got a front row seats. Next A380 arrival on the north side is Green Air Flight 11. I'm not going to even bother to show you the A380s. All eyes on the AN-124. Everyone running around Imperial Hill trying to find that one location. You could tell everyone's nervous. Excitement, nervous at the same time. The Qantas A380 Super heading here to the south side, wasting no time to head to the gates. So we wait for the Antonov to start rolling down to 25 left.
Tower United Club, we're at fault. Dealer time, 014, 125 right, clear to line. That's like the same
So you guys are nervous at home too? Well, don't be nervous. I should be rolling down the 25 left here any second.
Antonov 3779, runway 25 left, ready for departure. Bravo 3779, heavy on out, Piper, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff. Runway 25 left, clear for takeoff, Antonov 3779.
Here we go, are you ready? You're right, exactly 3 p.m. here in the Southland. The Antonov AN-124 now beginning rolling down 25 left.
Let me know when you get the building site and you connect with the train start 55 left. United 625 right to Bravo, jump 25.
Wow.
We're going to stay on that 5 right.
Holy moly.
Thank you. Heavy company will hold them.
Holy moly. Boy, that was quite the sound. Everyone's checking their photos here in Imperial Hill. Did you all get the shot? Look at everyone. Rudy, what did you get? Did you get the calendar shot? Look for the calendar. They all look happy. Well, that just made everyone's day, including mine. Here in Los Angeles. By the way, we have 3, A8, the Lufthansa King, still sitting there on Lima, and Korean Air Flight 11. The A380 Super arriving on the north side. Hey, bud.
Cargo unit 547, ILS 5 right.
Yeah, 547 off.
All right, Rudy's got the... internet issues. I'm not surprised. Actually, I'm fine with it now. We're stable. I'm fine with the internet being. I'll be honest with you. There was too many people out here with their cell phones. Everyone sending photos, talking to their friends, doing live streams. I thought for sure that the internet was going to say "see ya" during the takeoff. So I think we got it. Austria, the 777 at 200 ER heading back to Vienna. This is the 60 years livery, flight 82.
Right turn on the taxiway Bravo, call down to 675.
Hello, American 463, 511.
Hello, American 463, Los Angeles Tower 2604.
Ron with a $5 super chat. Thanks so much, Ron. Says, may the fourth be with you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin, Rudy, and the Avion surprise broadcast and the AN-124. Our pleasure. Thank you so much, Ron. Andrew with the super chat. Thanks so much, Andrew. Thank you for another great show from AJ and Chloe. Hello, you guys. Thank you so much. Ita, A350, heading back to Rome, also pushing back for the gates of Tom Bradley. Ita should be a south side takeoff here today. Ladane, a member for 5 months. It's a gold member since Antonov AN-124, waiting for takeoff. Thanks for showing Kevin and Rudy. Our pleasure. Camilo, a member for 11 months. It's a gold member. This is impressive aircraft. Greetings from Bogota, Colombia. Good job. Thank you so much. Heath Shelton with a jaw-dropping. Hold on a second. Uh-oh. Stand by. Heath Shelton with a jaw-dropping emoji. Thank you so much, Heath. Anthony Summers back with a $5 super chat. Thanks so much, Anthony. Woohoo! Holy moly! Anthony, thank you so much. Brian D, a member for 20 months. As a gold member since that was fun to watch. What an amazing plane. Thank you for doing the pop-up stream, Kevin. My pleasure. Remember, we'll be back out here for the big Sunday show starting bright and early, 8 a.m. Pacific. But we'll stay on the air for a little bit longer as we should have the Lufthansa Queen taken off here on the south side. That is coming up within the hour. So sit back, relax. I got you covered here at LAX. getting chilly.
5 right, clear for takeoff.
Korean Air Flight 11 making that left-hand turn onto Lima. The third A380 aircraft heading into Tom Bradley. Lufthansa King still sitting there on Lima. Looks like Korean Air will head to the gates. Poor Lufthansa King would be sitting there on Lima. Ita's tail to the north should have a south side takeoff coming up. So in on the Austrian 777-200ER. Next takeoff is Viva Airbus in the Raiders livery. Some low clouds coming in. Tomorrow should be a nice sunny day here in the Southland. Shouldn't have any risk of fog or low clouds for the big Sunday show. Korean Air Flight 11 heading into one of the gates on the southwest corner of Tom Bradley. You should be seeing the ITA A350 continue down taxiway Kilo and make that left-hand turn onto Bravo for a south side takeoff at 25 right. It's a crowded house there at Tom Bradley. I'm going to assume that the Lufthansa King, still waiting there on Lima, is waiting for the Lufthansa King to push back. Possibly also, with ITA now pushing back, could relieve a A380 gate there on the southwest corner of Tom Bradley, which is that one right there. Whatever the case may be, that would be 4 A380s and a Queen sitting there at Tom Bradley. Next takeoff is United Airlines Flight 2009 heading to Denver at 737-900ER. Followed by American Eagle SkyWest Flight 3195 heading to Sacramento in his CRJ 700ER. Porter Flight 664, it's the Embraer E195-E2 heading to Toronto, also heading to 25 right. And Austrian Airlines, the 60 years livery Flight 82 heading to Vienna, the 777-200ER, number 4 for takeoff here on the south side. All right, Ita. What's it going to be, Ita? All right, exit lights now on. It should just continue down to Kilo, make a left-hand turn on the Bravo. Hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. We had a great show high atop the H Hotel on Friday, giving you this little pop-up stream, witnessing the Antonov AN-124 taking off here on the south side. And of course, we'll end your weekend tomorrow with the big Sunday show starting at 8 a.m. Pacific.
Quarter 654 with 25013 on your Docker and 25 right.
Hard up Docker, 25 right, clear for takeoff, quarter 614.
The plane behind ITA is Delta Airlines Flight 574 heading to Atlanta, Georgia. It's a 757-200. Making that left-hand turn onto Bravo as Porter, the E2 heading back to Toronto. Now rolling down to 5 right. Cathay Pacific Cargo Flight 3280 coming in from Anchorage is 747-8. 5 minutes out. It's up there on the north side. Lufthansa Queen now pushing back as the Lufthansa King starts taxi once again, and more than likely the Lufthansa King going to be taking that Lufthansa Queen's gate as the steam is now rolling out of Sky Chefs. And the Austrian 777, it's 200 ER now taking off. Oh, it's a face-off between the King and the King. The Queen and the King, just outside of Tom Bradley. Look at that.
At 1430.
How you doing?
Go ahead for Western 1430.
At 1430, Los Angeles, 25 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, WestJet 1430.
You know, these two never see each other in Germany. They got to come to a place like LAX to see each other. They're catching up. How you doing? They're probably like, careful of that plane jockey Kevin there on the south side. P.S. Watch out. By the way, we have another A380 on its way in at Flight 204, Asiana Flight 204. A380 Super coming in from Seoul, now just 9 minutes out. The Cathay Pacific Cargo Queen coming in from Anchorage, Flight 3280. 3 minutes out, should make a wide right turn and head here to the south side. ITA continuing taxi down to 25 right. And Cathay Pacific Flight 882 coming from Hong Kong at 777-300 ER, just 7 minutes out. I think they pushed they continue to push the Queen further back on Kilo to make way for the Lufthansa King, who's now making that turn into the gate.
Right, for takeoff, 424.
American 2425, hold short of your 25 right.
Okay, Juliet, hold short 25, right? 25 right, land up the wing, Galaxy 320.
So with Asiana on its way in, we will see 4 A380s at the gate of Tom Bradley.
Map Docker, 25 right, clear for the out Skyway 6229.
Now yesterday, I was talking about this yesterday, and of course if you guys were watching the broadcast yesterday, Friday, the Antonov AN-124 arrived here on the south side just after 3 p.m. It went all the way down to Quebec, stayed on taxiway Alpha for quite a while as they had to move a Western Global in the old Atlas Air livery that was parked right outside the Qantas cargo building. They actually had to move that Queen over a few parking spaces so they could get the Antonov into that spot. Well, that took some time. At the same time, the Lufthansa Queen was pushing back ready. Instead of being caught up on the mess on Alpha here on the south side, decided to take off on 24 right. We, of course, had all played out during our live show yesterday here on Airline Videos Live. Looks like Cathay Pacific Cargo could indeed be arriving on the north side. Will this Queen decide to head to the north side once again? Waiting on the ITA A350 arrival. I'm sorry, takeoff here on the south side. Currently looking like number 4 for takeoff here.
Sorry, 667 ILS 5 left.
Yeah, 667, I'm going to try to keep it to 15 and then 25 left.
Airline 5 left, that is 667.
It's at 1430, exit right,
Exit right, hold short up Juliet, west at 1430. Hold short up 25 right, west at 1430.
Rudy came over to talk to me. He said they're all going to the Proud Bird. I knew it! I knew it! They're going to the Proud Bird. I told him I'm not going to the Proud Bird here tonight. I still got work to do for tomorrow. Believe it or not.
Right, line up the way, right, 2308.
Saturdays are actually a pretty busy time for your Plane Jockey Kevin. There's a lot of, believe it or not, there's a lot of stuff going on. I had to go to the post office box today to pick up some boxes for an upcoming project that we're doing.
Roger, 2308, 26014 on your Docker with a 25 right full lane.
25 right, clear for takeoff to Docker on horizon 2308.
ITA number 2 for takeoff here on the south side. Should be seeing the Lufthansa Queen. Well, should make a U-turn and head back here to the south side. Or will it be 2 days in a row for a north side takeoff on 24 right? Cathay Pacific, the Queen, the 747-8. 3 minutes out, heading here to the south side. Will she go long all the way to Lima? Get those go long emojis ready there in the chat. happy face emoji. Scrambled Egg 81 with a super chat with an upside down emoji. And Sarah with the real deal. Back with the $2 super chat. Thanks so much, Sarah. Rodney, member for 4 months. As a gold member, says Kevin, good evening. Looks like a lot of action today. Did I miss the Antonov? Keep up the awesome work. Yeah, not by much. It just took off exactly at 3 o'clock, about 23 minutes ago. Took off on time. Of course, we will be clipping that and putting it on all social media a bit later, Tater. Planes, Trains, and Things, gifting 5 Airline Videos Live memberships. Thank you so much. Awesome support. Noli Pants, becoming a silver member. Thank you so much, Noli Pants. All right, we got Ita as the next takeoff as this United 777. Coming up from Chicago O'Hare, flight 609. It's a 777-200. Now crossing over at 25 right. Still waiting on the Lufthansa Queen to start taxi. Cathay Pacific, the Queen, next arrival here on the south side. Fingers crossed it will go all the way to Lima, what we call go long. Ita in position, still has not started rolling it down to 25 right just yet.
Right at Lima, United States.
Tori Joe, a member for 4 months. This is some member says thank you always. Great show and makes entertainment. Excitement. Sorry, I'm reading on a small screen here today. My pleasure. Thank you, Tori. All right, I don't know what the holdup is with the Lufthansa Queen. Still waiting on the Ita. In the meantime, we got that Cathay Pacific 747-8 about to touch down on 25 left.
Go for 779.
Good at 779, Central Point at 25 right today. At Foxtrot, crossing at 25 left, crossing at 25 right.
On Foxtrot, cross 25 left.
All right, come on, go long. Ita now rolling down at 25 right. Pacific going short on us, making that left-hand turn onto Alpha 8. Taking a look at the Lufthansa Queen, looking like it is indeed making a left-hand turn onto Lima for a south side takeoff on 25 left. Let's head from that Queen to this Queen. Now making a left-hand turn onto Lima. We'll be crossing the 2 south runways for a takeoff on 25 left coming up.
Takeoff, 25 right, or
34, 24 left, and
keep a right level range, 34.
Next takeoff here on the south side is Delta Airlines Flight 574 heading to Atlanta, Georgia. And a 23-year-old 757-200. Want to jump on camera here real quick. I'm your plane jockey Kevin, back here at an Imperial Hill. We'll be back here early tomorrow morning, start at 8 a.m. Pacific for the big Sunday show. Plane jockey Rudy will be back here. We'll be standing in this exact same spot. Actually, my camera will actually be where your camera is and vice versa. Anyway, that's not important. The important thing is that we are having a great day here, witnessing the Antonov AN-124 takeoff happening just right after 3 p.m. at the top of the hour. You can go back and take a look. We'll be cutting a short version for YouTube as well as all of our social media. We will be ending today's broadcast with the takeoff of the Lufthansa Queen. Like I said, we'll be back here starting at 8 a.m. early in the morning for more action here at LAX, right here on Airline Videos Live. Asiana Airlines Flight 204 coming up from Seoul. The A380 Super just a minute out from a north side arrival. Cathay Pacific, the 777 at 300ER arriving there on the north side, coming in from Hong Kong. I get the sense that everyone's, and I can tell you, half the people have left since the Antonov has taken off. But they all left here with smiles on their faces. I could tell. I even asked Rudy, I said, is everyone happy? I think everyone's happy. Everyone got the shot they were looking for.
Juliet cross 25 right now.
It's the Lufthansa Flight 457 and this 11-year-old 747-8 Intercontinental will be crossing over the 2 south runways.
Turn left at Alpha 74, Alpha 8.
Alpha 8, margin
767 went short. Made that left-hand turn into Alpha 8.
I'm right to 80.
Double 1124 with 5015 on the doctor. President 43, lost in front of
Showing 25 right, last way back. Oh, it's still by
Lufthansa Queen continues down at taxiway Alpha. So the Asiana A380 Super arriving on the north side as the Lufthansa Queen was crossing over the two south runways. We do have the Asiana A380 Super heading to Tom Bradley, and I believe she will occupy that most southern gates on the west side of Tom Bradley. We will have 5 A380 Supers lined up in a row at Tom Bradley here shortly. We also have Air France 777-300ER Flight 23 heading back to Paris, heading to the south side for a south side takeoff on 25 right. We also have that Cathay Pacific 777-300ER coming from Hong Kong, also heading here to the south side. We'll head more than likely to the southeast side of Tom Bradley.
Alaska 1158, right?
Okay, to the right, a little short, 25 right, Juliet, the last one. Starting at the Docker, go pick up 25 right, just which way? Runway 25 right, last way.
Look at those tails. Look at those tails. Next takeoff here on the south side is JetBlue Airways Flight 888 heading to Boston and an A321. Be followed by United Airlines Flight 745 heading to Denver and a 737 MAX 9. Got that JetBlue A321 rolling down, heading to Boston.
After 11:50, traffic will be Juliet, Tom 55 right.
All right, Tom 55 right, Juliet,
The Asiana A380 Super now heading to Tom Bradley, officially now here on the south side after taking the bridge route over. I hear them already clear at Lufthansa. Lufthansa Flight 457 heading back to Frankfurt. Hearing line up and wait already. As you can hear, plenty of plane spotters still here at Imperial Hill. Rudy's still here. They haven't gone to the Proud Bird just yet. So they're probably waiting for the Queen, who is next for takeoff at 25 left.
5 right, line of boy, American 2201. Start, fixed track 1081.
Fixed track 1081, off in this tower, 016. 74, heading 74, home position, 25 left.
Stay here? Stay here.
Christina saying the Antonov is the #1 tracked plane on Flight Radar 24. Wow. Tommy, a member for 5 months. This is Platinum member, says great plane spotting, guys. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Tommy. Tommy also gifting 1 Airline Videos Live membership. Thank you so much, Tommy. All right, the Lufthansa Queen, flight 457, headed back to Frankfurt. Now rolling down, 25 left. The Asiana A380 Super about to make that left-hand turn onto Lima and join the other 4 A380 Supers already sitting at Tom Bradley. Don't put your cameras away. Your cameras away. Don't put your camera away just yet. You're about to get a shot of 5 A380 Supers side by side. Air France, flight 23, heading back to Paris, a 777 at 300 ER, number 2 for takeoff here on the south side. Asiana doesn't start making that turn right away, that means that she will be waiting for a gate, and more than likely that Qantas A380. No, already making that turn. All right, get your cameras ready. No one cares.
Air France 23, uniform heavy, 6015, our next doctor.
Oh yeah. Asiana heading toward that southwest gate on the southern part of Tom Bradley. No one seems to care. You're about to have 5 A380s. Rudy doesn't care. Rudy, calendar shot, hello. Hold on 1 second. All right, the Asiana A380 Super making that left-hand turn, heading into the last remaining gate there on the southwest corner of Tom Bradley, making 5 A380s in a row.
Pick up at Alpha 7 left on the Alpha ground plate 75. Alpha ground plate 75.
Got the 777. Well, if that's not an end to a broadcast, I don't know what is. 5 A380 Supers sitting there in a row at Tom Bradley. You know what? I almost want to cry. I almost want to cry. I'm not trying to cry, but the last time I saw this was in early 2020. At least with my own eyes. I know that this has happened recently here, but from my own eyes, I have not seen 5 A380 Supers lined up like that since the early days of 2020, right before the pandemic.
Spring 507, also 725 right line of the way.
Freeway 507, 25 right line of the way.
I wasn't crying. I was I was handing out some trading cards. I promise I was not over here crying, but I was taking it in. I'm taking it in and also giving out some trading cards to some fans stopping by. All right, wow. What a pop stream that was. Antonov AN-124 taking off right in front of our cameras with this closing shot of 5 A380s Supers sitting there at Tom Bradley. What a super day this was indeed. We'll do this all over again starting at 8 a.m. Pacific tomorrow for the big Sunday show right back here at Imperial Hill. Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings here at LAX. It's LAX, you just never know what you're gonna see, right? All right. On the way out, make sure to hit that like button if you haven't yet.
507-126-017, RNAV Doctor, runway 25 right.
RNAV Doctor, 25 right there, take
Of course, it's a little too late to share the stream with your family and your friends. My friend Max with the super chat. Thank you so much, Max. Have you had a 5 A380s at Tom Bradley? What is that? It's hovering? Is that black on it? Oh. Max, have you had 5 A380s at Tom Bradley pre-COVID? We'll watch you tomorrow, of course. Yes, we actually had, and back in the day, pre-COVID, we would throw in an Air France to that lineup. Max, thank you. Christian, member for 2 months as a gold member, says love LAX. Thank you so much, Christian. Well, that is going to end it for us here today, but we'll be back tomorrow morning, which will be here in no time. Thanks for a great mods, always doing a great job. Thanks to all of you, tremendous support of the channel, including our legend, Jane. Thank you so much. meet again, which is bright and early tomorrow morning right here on Airline Videos Live, 8 a.m. Pacific. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everyone, from all of us here at Airline Videos Live. Bye-bye.